Well, welcome everyone to this special session in a regular university class at Stanford that's on Japanese business culture and systems. Um, I'm very happy that we are using this class to present a yearly program on women in Japanese business. I'm Richard Dasher. I direct the US Asia Technology Management Center, which sponsors this program, pays for it, and covers everything. But I am especially happy that we have so much support from so many people in the neighborhood who will help us deliver a really good set of programs. And among these, I'd like to mention our three panelists today, and especially the person I'd like to introduce our session. Kimberley Williams is the Senior Program Manager at the US Asia Technology Management Center. And if you want to know what that means, it basically means that if she's not involved, nothing happens. So really, Kimberly is the main person who makes sure that we actually do what we say we're going to do. Um, and Kimberly has now, it's kind of frightening to think, worked with us for 5 years already. Before that, Kimberly has spent almost 10 years in Stanford's Graduate School of Business, where she rose to the position of Associate Director of the Center for Global Business and the Economy. So we have someone with us who has a great deal of her own knowledge to share in regard to women in business, and that's an issue that I know that Kimberly is following. Kimberly has also worked at Cisco Systems. And so what I'd like to do is to turn the program over to her at this time and again, say thanks to all our panelists and thanks to everyone for coming. We're delighted you're interested in the topic.
Welcome, everyone. I would like to thank Dr. Dasher for the kind introduction and welcome everyone in our room and also on Zoom. So I want to dive into our topic today, women in Japanese business, with some numbers. So the World Economic Forum Global Gender Gap Report in 2024 includes data that across 146 different economies. And I feel like this is kind of an interesting place to start our conversation today. So they have been benchmarking the global gender gap across countries since 2006. So we're coming up on just shy of 20 years of data. So countries are ranked that are based on a framework of 4 indexes. The first one is economic participation and opportunity, of which Japan ranks 120th. The second one is educational attainment, where Japan ranked 72nd this year. Health and survival is the third index, and Japan ranked 58th. And the final one is on political empowerment, and Japan ranked 113th. And this resulted in an overall ranking across the global index of 118th. And that is actually a net positive gain of 7 spots for Japan from 2023. So clearly progress is being made in Japan. However, these are just numbers that are based on data that's reported, and it really can only give us just a tiny snapshot of how gender roles and expectations play out on a macro scale. But what those numbers fail to do is they don't really capture the content and the stories of women, like our 3 panelists, who are currently navigating their careers within Japan's economic and socio-cultural environments, which is why I am thrilled to have our panelists here with us today. So they're going to introduce themselves and share some valuable insights with us. I'll keep the introductions brief because I know that their slides will include much more detail about their backgrounds. And after our opening remarks, we'll go ahead, we'll have some questions from me, and then of course we'll save some time for questions from our audience. So with that, our first panelist is Jenna Yang, Vice President and Research and Development Analyst of Nippon Life X Silicon Valley, which is the Innovation Center of Nippon Life Insurance Company. And Jenna focuses on exploring digital insurance technology and innovation investment. And we are very glad to be able to say that she is a current visiting scholar with our center. Our second panelist is Makiko Kawabe. She is a senior researcher for digital health in the Sompo Digital Lab. Ms. Kawabe came to us from Mitsubishi Research Institute, where she has extensively studied health longevity in Japan and in other Asian countries. She currently connects healthcare innovations from Silicon Valley to new businesses in Japan. And we are also lucky to have had the opportunity to host her as a visiting scholar with our center as well. And our final panelist that is with us is Masako Furuta. Did I get that right? Okay, I've been trying to practice. She is Executive Vice President of Toyota Boshoku, America. Ms. Furuta is based at Toyota Boshoku's Silicon Valley Innovation Hub, which serves as a base for automated driving and cockpits of future vehicles. And she is responsible for leading US research and development. So we have quite the plethora of perspectives with us today. So I would like to invite Ms. Yang to go ahead and give us her introductory slides. So we'll pause just real quick while I pull up your presentation.
Thank you. So thank you, Kimberley, for kindly introduction. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jenna Yang, and I'm honored to be here today as part of the Women in Japanese Business panel. So I work at Nippon Life X, the innovation engine of Nippon Life Insurance Group, Japan's largest life insurance provider. So I joined Nippon Life as a new graduate in 2012. And the first I started in IT department. Then I transitioning to the global business department before moving into the innovation space in 2019. So for 4 years, I worked in the Nippon Life X Tokyo's office. Always I focusing on developing digital insurance solutions and also the innovation investments. So in 2023, I relocated to the Silicon Valley office, where I also serve as a visiting scholar at US-ATMC. So when I arrived, just my husband or son and me, but last May, we welcomed our second son. So now we are a family of 4 and enjoying the life in the Bay Area. I mentioned 3 first on the left hand. So the first new graduate international student hired by Nippon Life. And the second is first overseas assignment with a female employees accompanied by my children, her child. And the first overseas childbirth by an expert employees. Oh, it's just my own experiences, but I believe these 3 first can be one of the evidence that the environment in Japanese for women is changing better and better. So, and yeah, next. Yeah, please. Thank you. So also please give me a chance to introduce my company. Nippon Life is a large and historic insurance company based in Osaka, Japan, founded in 1889. As known, shown on the right, we are the 7th largest insurance company in the world and the biggest in Japan by total assets. So Nippon Life has over 75,000 employees and more than 90% of them are women. Yeah. So next slide, please. And the organization I belong to is called Nippon Life X. I'd like to briefly introduce it to you too. Nippon Life X services as the innovation engine of the Nippon Life Group. The X stands for combining tradition and innovation. So our vision is to build a better future by supporting our customers at every stage of lives. So we have two main missions. First, to improve Nippon Life's insurance business with technology. And second, to create a new business. We have offices in Silicon Valley, Tokyo, Singapore, and London. Next slide. Thank you. So this is the last slide that my office is located in Palo Alto, and it's about a 10 minutes drive from Stanford. It's a garage style house, and so we often have visitors from startups, venture capitals, and others in the Silicon Valley ecosystems. I really welcome all you to visit our office and do a good discussion there. So Nippon Life X Silicon Valley also has two main functions. So the first is investment capability. In terms of investment, we have a budget of 400 million US dollar, and the second is R&D capability. I belong to the R&D team, and I'm currently working in areas such as using AI to enhance our insurance business and also create some new AI business. So yeah, I'm especially excited to join this panel today as my background brings a unique perspective. Unlike the other two panelists, I'm originally from China, not Japan. As a woman, foreigner, and a mother, building a career in Japanese business, I look forward to sharing some of my experiences and insights during today's discussion. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to give you a meaningful conversation with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'll go ahead and hear from Ms. Kawabe.
Yeah, thank you for your introduction. I'm very honored to attend here today. My name is Makiko, and yeah, I'm currently working at Sompo Digital Lab, which is the open innovation lab of Sompo Group, which is one of the largest insurance company in Japan. Before that, actually, I started my career as a consultant in healthcare field, senior care field. I mean, after I completed the Master course of Public Health, I joined the Mitsubishi Research Institute, which is one of the Japanese consulting firm whose main client is the Japanese government. So maybe over 15 years, my main client was the Ministry of Health in Japan. And I joined MRI in 2006, which is 6 years after Japan introduced its public long-term care insurance system with the background of our super aging society. And soon after the introduction of our long-term care insurance system, the number of service users increased so rapidly that the financial situation was not keeping pace. So most of my career has been dedicated to providing policies and public measures on how to deliver good care for the elderly and how to ensure their safety within the limited financial resources. Through this experience, this made me to think deeply about what is good care for the elderly and what data needed to be accumulated to define and what kind of social structures needed to deliver services to the elderly. And also through my experience in my long journey in policymaking side, I came to realize that, even in a country where we have large government like Japan, there is a limitation of what the policy can do. So, with this background, I moved to California in 2022. And at the time, I joined the program at Stanford, US-ATMC Technology Management Center to pursue the role of private sector and to clarify the difference between US and Japan in terms of startup ecosystem in healthy longevity space. And during that time, Sompo called for me, and I accepted the offer because Sompo, for me, Sompo looks very active in innovation creation. Its mission is to create a safety, security, and healthy community And this sync with my career passion to improve the quality of care for the elderly and to contribute people's well-being creation in the society. And I'd like to little about Sompo. And Sompo is, though you may not familiar with Sompo, Sompo is one of the largest insurance company, as I said before. And for those you are here in the US, I'd like to say that we are all state and state farm and farm in Japan. And in addition to all state and state farm does, in addition to being just a property and casualty insurance, in Japan, we have some additional businesses. One of them is in the healthcare area, senior care area. We have the business unit called the Sompo Care, which owns and operates the largest chain of nursing facilities in Japan. In fact, we are #1 in both revenue and the number of the residents we provide service in Japan. So, as you know, as I said before, Japan is a super aging society. So this is the area of interest to us, anything to do with healthy aging as well as insurance technologies in that areas. Yeah, so here in the US, I'm responsible for connecting Silicon Valley innovation in the healthcare space in order to create a new business for Sompo. So this is my career story, and thank you for my time. Yeah. Yeah, it's the appendix, so yeah, not of words.
Did you want to talk about Furuta?
A little bit about in the panel discussion. I will introduce that. Yeah.
Ms. Furuta.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Masako Furuta from Toyota Boshoku America, Silicon Valley Innovation Hub. I'm currently the Executive Vice President. So, I have been working in Toyota Boshoku for 32 years. So we are actually a manufacturer car interior parts like sheet, headliners, and door trims, and neat component parts. And the many employees are working in many countries. Yeah, we are part of a Toyota Group company. So I think our company is a diverse company. Page, please. So my career started in car sheet fabric engineering, where I gained valuable experience in design, evaluating, and program management roles in actual vehicle program with many suppliers. Over time, I transitioned to future vision planning and advanced development management. So probably as you know, case, so we are looking at 2030. So for example, autonomous cars interior might be changing totally from current run. So user experience is changing totally. But where is the market? We are looking into China or US. That's why we made a new team at here, Silicon Valley. Then we are looking to new technology business model based on actual market. That is our team's role. So now, yeah, I specialize in UX planning, tech scouting, and advanced development management. And I have the opportunity to work on robotaxi service provider, OEMs, tech companies, including startups. And yes, thank you. It's
Oh, sorry.
yes.
That one? No, that one.
Okay. I think this is the unique background of our company. Our company also founded in 1918, over 100 years ago, like, yeah, same, Nippon, same, yeah. And Sakichi Toyoda is the founder. And actually, he is inventor of rooming machine for his mother. And he launched the Toyota Boshoku Corporation, and his son, Kiichiro, founded Toyota Motor Corporation. So actually, our company is origin of a Toyota Group company. Toyota Motor Corporation, as you know, make a strong Keiritsu culture. As a Toyota Boshoku, 2004, 3 companies merged to form the new Toyota Boshoku. So from that point of view, our company is diverse. Thank you. That's all from my side. This is
Okay.
appendix. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing for now. Okay, so thank you for giving us your backgrounds. You clearly have navigated and seen many, many things in your careers. So to kind of kick us off, I was wondering if you can talk a little bit about, as you've gone through your careers, where you've started from your education kind of to now, how have you seen the situation for women in Japanese business change over the course of your career? And feel free, you can take it however you'd like. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. So yeah. So over the course of my career, I seen noticeable changes in the Japanese for the women, the business environment for women. So for example, in the large companies, there has been a clear focus on creating more supportive workplaces for women. So which active efforts to increase the number of female managers and promote women into leadership position. So when I joined in my company in 2012, there's no female executives. So even though most of the employees were women, all the executives are men. So in 2019, Nippon Life made news by appointing its first female executive in its 130 years history. Yeah. So now we are working hard for women in leadership roles. So by 2023, I think women made up 25% of all managers. And the goal is to increase into 30% by 2030. So I think this is an important step to give both women and men equal chances to advance in their careers. So at the same time, I've noticed more female entrepreneurs on the venture side. So showing a large movement in Japan to support women in workforce. So Nippon Life also started an internal entrepreneurship program in 2019. And the first project was led by 2 women. So since then, many proposals have come from women likely because their diverse perspectives help them find market needs and solutions that others may not notice. I think this is, reason that the women is very good entrepreneur in Japan. So these changes, along with efforts across the country, the Japan nationwide to support gender equality, have made it easier for women to grow their careers. So I know there's still rooms to improve, but I feel that social has made a great progress in creating a better environment where women can succeed. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, you are very positive. Yeah, I'm really impressed that. Yeah. In my opinion, as Yo-san said, that over the past 20 years in my career, I feel that the situation of women in the Japanese business has improved so much. But is still a room to be improved from now. And I think that what has improved is that the more women joined Japanese large companies as a full-time worker after graduating from the universities. And recently, the government have lots of initiatives to accelerate the women's leadership. I agree with that. But on the other hand, I think that there is still a big unconscious bias or invisible barrier in terms of timing of women's unique life stage, like marriage or childbirth or childcare, as well as the timing of promotion of management positions. And regarding childcare, yeah, actually I'm single, so I'm not I'm not in detail. But Japan is a place where childcare support is available, but not enough. I think, it's my personal opinion. So, and also there are a lot of kind of pressure from organizations and kind of family. I have to be a perfect worker, or I have to be a perfect mother, or I have to be a perfect partner, or something like that. So I think there is still the room to be improved, but I agree with Yosan that we in Japan take the good initiative to improve that situation. So yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm a little older. In 1985, Japan took a significant step forward by enacting the equal employment opportunity law, so which prohibits gender-based discrimination. Before this law, women were often expected to perform roles such as making good tea for men in the office. I think this had reflected the traditional Japanese gender roles. That man's role was earning money with business, and women's role was taking care of home and children. Actually, my parents' generation has such kind of a typical thought, I believe. Then in 1993, our company, through the Boshoku, began hiring men and women under the same condition. Actually, I was one of the first employees hired under this policy. However, the company culture didn't change immediately. So at that time, only women were responsible for cleaning the kitchen sink. And many women left their jobs upon marriage or childbirth. Nowadays, 32 years past, many women balance marriage, childbirth, childcare, and their careers. Support system for childbirth or the childcare have also improved. However, I suspect that the motivation for balance is more economically driven than for maintaining career. To truly promote women's careers, I believe a change in mindset is needed for women themselves, companies, and families. Also, I agree the opinion from Makiko-san. While support for childbirth and childcare has increased, I think the burden on women is still high. So there is a reality that women miss opportunities for promotion, overseas assignments, and transfers. So this issue has been raised by the Yueyuan event and by women employees from our company. So although there are not many examples like you, such cases, making it difficult to institutionalize immediately. But I want to learn from other companies and the communities like Yueyuan, and try to implement the solution in my company.
So I do want to, go ahead. Do you have another comment?
Oh, yeah. So, as you mentioned, yeah,
Jump
there's
in.
not so many cases like me. I should do some comment about this. For example, so the women give birth overseas as an expert. It is really the first case I've heard. Not only our company but also other Japanese company. I think the important thing that make change is to give some evidence to the human resource team, let them know that women to go to overseas business, and also give them a chance to do a good balance in work and also family and also childcare, and also give birth of child. We can do this better or performance equals with other employees. So I think we should do more similar cases, give evidence to the regulation decisions, and let them believe that it works. So yeah, I hope I can be one of the evidence. Yeah, thank you.
So, Makiko, did you want to pause here and actually talk about JWEBA since we were referencing it?
I'm happy to
Okay,
introduce.
so let me go ahead and go back to the
Yeah.
slides. So where am I? Oh, there. Hold on. No, I can't find that. Okay.
Yeah, as I said to you before, I moved to California 2 years ago. And at the time, I firstly belonged to a US-ATMC management center as a visiting scholar. And during that time, there are many energetic women. And with my colleagues in the Bay Area, I established JWEBA, Japanese Women's Initiative in the Bay Area, which is the community, kind of a community for whom is related to Japan society, and we'd like to cooperate and supporting and encouraging each other to develop our individual careers and life in the Bay Area. Because I was very surprised when I come to the California. There are a lot of women than I expected, because it's tech area, right? So many men from Japanese large companies come here as an expert. But I didn't expect that there are many women than I expected. And they are maybe in the middle age, I mean, from 30 to 40, and they have both responsibility in the family and work. So they are worrying about how to develop their career after they return to Japan, or how to balance work and life in the Bay Area, which is not familiar for them to raise the children. So firstly, it's a small start. We have the community. It's a very regular. We held a regular meetup, but little by little, our initiative become bigger, and we held the annual summer summit in the 2022 and 2023 with the cooperation of US Technology Management Center, and we like to just not only just to, support or encourage our life, but also we want to, our initiative in public. So yeah, that is the initiative. And through this activity, I met Yoshun and Furuta-san. So yeah, I'm happy to introduce JWEBA activity today.
Wonderful. So I think that's something that the US Asia Technology Management Center has been, happy to engage with JWEBA, and this was really born out of visiting scholars, getting together, and really starting to build a network. And I know that all of you Stanford students and all of the people in the Silicon Valley like understand the importance of networks. And it can be very critical for women in business as well to build their networks. So finding an avenue and a place for them to connect, I think, is a really interesting initiative. So the next thing I wanted to kind of touch on, because it occurred to me as I was looking at your biographies, all three of you are very focused and very forward thinking in your work. You're very focused on innovation. You're looking at next generation autonomous vehicles. You're looking at the future of elder care. You're looking at innovation investment and life insurance kind of tech. So I think it's interesting that all of you have this forward thinking mentality and you're trying to figure out solutions to future or current, so future solutions to current issues. So from that perspective, what are one or two things that you think you should like to see changed in Japan in order for women to achieve equity in their working situations? And how would you go about advocating for that change? Not that you have to solve the gender gap today. But we're all
Yeah,
around good
okay,
ideas.
I will be the first. Yeah, from my personal experience, I feel that Japanese society and companies need to be more, need to have more global perspective. I think it's better to listen what is being said in the world and not focusing on only on our own country or organizations. And I think there is a lot of discussion regarding D&I in the US, but it's very funny, interesting that Japan is ranked 5th in the world in terms of economy, but when it comes to the gender gap, we are ranked 130th, right? So it's very funny. So I think Japan needs to catch up the global standard of D&I. So in order to that, I think we have to be more, have to gain the global perspectives. And as I said to you before, I started Yueyuan initiative, and with my, and the reason why I engaged this kind of activity is that I want to increase the number of women who work abroad. Yeah. So that is my motivation. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you. So from my opinion, okay, sorry. So I think maybe Japan should move away from the seniority-based promotion system. Yeah, maybe you know that. So many companies still prioritize how long someone has worked when promoting employees, even if their performance is the same. So yeah, this approach can, I think, be unfair for to women who take time off for the childcare, as they often fall behind peers who started at the same time. So I also I think it's also not only the women, it also impacts anyone who needs to take a break from work for caregiving or family responsibility. So I don't I don't have the power to change the system myself, but I focus on showing, as I mentioned, the human resource that even though less time in the workforce, I could deliver equal or better performance than my peers. So after giving birth twice, I returned to work within 3 months each time. It wasn't point, but to show that parenting and child birth don't have to impact performance compared to my male colleagues. So and also I know many women have used their maternity leaves to build their own skills and advance their careers. So through my own example, I aim to show that employees should be judged on their performance and the contributions, not just the time at work. So, but on the other hand, one positive aspect of Japanese companies is their multi-dimensional evaluation system. So employees are not just judged solely by their direct supervisor, but also by the HR department, by the other departments, and even external experts. So this help ensure that a single supervisor's opinion doesn't overly influence someone's career. So by promoting balance and fairness, this system supports diversity and can be especially beneficial for women in the workplace, I believe. So yeah.
So, well, regarding your question, how to enhance how to look into the future market. I totally agree with your opinion. So, especially for my company, yeah, one of Toyota Group company. So we don't need to research we don't need to try to get the business. It means we can rely on Toyota business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but actually, we are not sure this vehicle business can keep the good result next 10 years or 20 years. And where is the strongest market? Yeah, that might be not Japan, of course. Yeah, China or US, we are not sure. So understanding that kind of not safety situation, yeah, for that, need to see actual market, need to meet actual user for society. Yeah, I believe that thing. So back to the woman, a change in mindset is crucial. Yeah, for women themselves, I believe. Even though I am seen as a symbol of a woman leader in my company, I struggled with low self-esteem. Yeah, so I was a workaholic and evaluated myself only through my achievement. So even after being stationed in Silicon Valley and achieving my work goals, I couldn't accept myself. So when I was promoted to an executive position a year ago, I wondered what I could contribute. So I participated in GWeaver coaching event and learned that my low self-esteem was not my fault, but a common issue among minority women. I believe especially for Japanese women. So the article that Dr. Dosha shared to class mentions also that women are motivated to seek promotions by words that affirm their strengths and growth opportunities, such as wanting to meet the expectations of a respected supervisor or a way to challenge themselves and to try something new. I resonate with this. Women don't need to focusing on achievement or status like men. We can focus on our growth. So by gaining knowledge, I can clarify my focus without unnecessary worries. My assignment abroad is planned for 3 years. So we have started discussing what things I should leverage and what expectations my role when I return to Japan. I want to improve my motivation and make my activities more specific. In the past, I have not asked about my strengths directly and the exact expectations. So I believe this is a turning point, both myself and the companies. Yeah.
Those are some excellent points. And I think talking about challenging yourself, being brave. So Ms. Furuta, she shared with me, this is the first time she's done a panel discussion in English. So this is all about diving into, right, a brave new world. And I think that's a really good point to make about growth. Sorry, that was a weird thing. Okay. Talk about growth and talking about the fact that how you think about your conversations with your superiors and really starting to articulate your strengths and really talk about what you want. I thought your focus on growth, that's a really good point. So switching gears just a little bit, I am curious because you've had experience working in Japan, you've had experience working in the US. So what, have you experienced any resistance or any kind of cultural walls that you run into when you've been working with different teams in your group? So whether it's with men on your team or non-Japanese individuals who maybe really don't understand a corporate culture, what has that been like? Do you have any stories to tell? And kind of as a woman from Japan, how have you dealt with that?
So yeah, I a few years ago have a chance to work as a product owner for developing Japanese first dental insurance product. So yeah, so this is my great experience that I have a team, 6 members there, and not only from my company but also from outside our partner company. So the team members who always have different motivation and different background. So, but we become one team, and as a leader, I need to so guide them, the team, and keep the project on track. So I remember that the biggest challenge is aligning everyone toward the same goals. So this is very challenging. So each member had a different reason to join the project. So I try to talk with them and try to show how the success the project could help each person's career and experience. So I think I am also a foreigner from Japan, right? So I have a different education. I have different thinking about the marketing. So I just want to share what I think about the project, but not I should say not push my own opinion to my team member. So this is great point that working in Japanese business, I think. Because as you know, the Japanese business person always do the decision by discussion. Not only one person decide to be the decision maker. So I think it is a good point that can include a lot of ideas into the project. So I still think if we want to do a good business in Japanese company, we should respect this culture and also to talk with the team member and show the vision and discuss with them. And by sharing the vision and understanding each other better, so I think we able to move forward together and complete the project successfully. So yeah, this is one opinion from my side that sharing the vision is very important thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Jenna.
Yeah, actually, Yeah, and very lucky. I have never felt much resistance when I leading the team. But I think this is largely due to the strength of my career. Maybe I have been working as a kind of specialist or expertise in the healthcare field. So maybe the team member and organization don't see me as woman, just management leader. So yeah, I don't think that kind of experience. And currently I'm working at Sompo Digital Lab, which is more diverse team. And yeah, so in that place also, you know, there is we embrace our own rules, and we clarify each roles. So yeah, it's easy for me to manage my work here in the US. But after I joined some holdings, yeah, it's my counterpart, a kind of counterpart, yeah. But yeah, actually, you know, there is a very big organization. It's different from my previous responsibilities. So yeah, I think there is some kind of the difference of corporate culture and corporate, you know, there is because of its original organization characteristic, or you know, I think there is a big hierarchy. So yeah, it's my experience.
I have also now felt resistance within the company. Or perhaps I will tell you. Yeah, I'm conscious of respecting the dignity of others. Yeah. So for example, I don't overstep the boundaries of my team leaders' responsibilities. Yeah. So this is not related to being a woman. Yeah. But occasionally, I feel resistance during initial meeting, such as when an older, more experienced person joins the team, my team, and jokes about me being their boss to others. Well, Japanese people tend to look younger. Yeah. So in important business meeting with new people, I don't know, having an attitude and appearance that clearly shows leadership might be advantageous. Yeah.
Okay. So I did want to take a minute. Any questions from the audience? Okay, I see a hand. We're gonna go ahead and grab the microphone. Or can you grab it? Yeah. Right, Mario.
First of all, thank you, all three of you, for wonderful insights on women in Japanese business. My question is for Furuta-san. So you mentioned, you know, you're a vice president of Toyota Boshoku, and yeah, that's like very impressive. And I'm sure a lot of women in your company look up to you as a leader. You also mentioned how you've participated in the JWIB coaching, career coaching here in the Bay, and how you're preparing to go back to Japan. And I was wondering if you have any plans, sorry, it's a little fast, but if you have any plans to, any initiatives you want to put in place when you're back at the Japanese office to help encourage any women in Toyota Boshoku in Japan?
Thank you for asking. Unfortunately, current my company's system, kind of executive person doesn't are not allowed to ask, my position preference, kind of that, But I tried, to ask that And also, or for example, in Japan, fiscal year, it will be end March. Yeah, that is strange, and it means if I need to back Japan April, I need to prepare for that, not physically. Yeah, just a preparation for new role. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, that's why I try to communicate more productively with HR or kind of supervisor. But my supervisor is almost the top of company. Yeah, so it's very hard. Yeah, well, I think this is regardless executives. Yeah, more basic member also have the similar situation. Yeah, that's why I started to communicate HR responsibility. Thank you.
Any other questions? Great. Okay. Oh, Brandon, can you raise your hand? Thank you.
Hi, thank you for such an inspiring panel today. My name is Yuki. I also work for a Japanese company. My question is for all three of you about mentorship. Given the senior position that you're in, what do you have in mind when you're mentoring or coaching female Japanese employees? That's my question. Thank you.
Who would like to take that first?
Yeah, so thank you for asking. Honestly speaking, I didn't think about to be a mentor. Yeah, years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago. But yeah, through participating in the river, yeah, I could understand the value of mentorship. So actually, I started to have a kind of workshop with our company's potential leader of women, 30 to 40, kind of that. And yes, we could get the natural opinion and the information what I didn't aware. And through me, I can share that information to HR. Yeah, probably that might be the good system. Yeah, this is just an example, but I want to keep that kind of how to improve. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your question. And when I joined the Mitsubishi Research Institute in the first year, I have a mentor, and every freshman has a mentor, and my mentor is really great female worker, and I learned a lot. But when it comes to my 30s, I come to realize that it's very difficult to find the appropriate mentor for my lives. Maybe it's the characteristics of female life stage. There are a lot of ways, should someone decide to marriage and childbirth and child care, and there is a lot of combinations. So it's diverse. So at the time, I came to realize that I stopped to pursue the one single mentor. So that is my strategy right now. And right now I have lots of mentors, not only women, but also men. I want to learn a lot of things from each mentor and combine each other and combine one in order to think my career passion, as I mentioned it before. And lastly, I want to say that please join Yueyuan activity. Yeah, I think you can meet a lot of mentors, not only in your own organizations, but also you can find another, you can connect with a woman who is working another organization, and it will inspire your perspectives in career development. I'm sure that.
Jenna?
Yeah, in my opinion, that I also have a strategy about the mentorship that not just talk with my colleagues, but also do some project with them. I believe that this word in Japanese company OJT, so training on job, right? So I just want to do some great collaboration with my team member, with my colleagues, with my so the employees from my company, but not as a former experienced people, but just who is doing the job in the Bay area, and then they can gathering the information from me, and as a women, as a mother who how to work in overseas. So not just talking about it, but also do the project with them. For example, some POC project as an innovation space is very important. I can do some I don't know how to say in English. I always use Japanese shanai eigyo. It's sales activities in the inside our company. So gathering more fans to the innovation space, and then they can say, oh, the Silicon Valley is being this good age technology. We can use that, and it can also balance our life and our career in the great areas. So this is my strategy. Just OJT is good, I think. Yeah.
OJT, what does that stand for?
On job training.
On the job training.
Inner self-marketing, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting a glimpse into the inner sanctum. So I think it's interesting, Jen, I know you brought this up about finding some work-life balance. Makiko, you were talking about how, you know, there's women who take very different routes, right? There's lots of different pathways. So I'm curious, so the US Department of Labor released a statistic that they had actually seen a rise in women entering the workforce, and they attributed that primarily to the rise in being able to work remotely. So different ways of working to provide some flexibility for women who are balancing home plus their professional lives. So I'm curious, do you see Japan moving in those directions to find that flexibility? Do you see that there's some things in the US that might actually be something that could be exported, or vice versa? Are there practices in Japan that you think should come to the US? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I think Japan is a country to change gradually, not to change dramatically, but I think I'm sure that Japan will change in terms of D&I in order to expand women's participation in the society, not only the participation, but also the management promotion. Because, and also I'm sensing that generally when we see the young generation, their way of thinking is totally different from me when I was young. You know, when I was young, maybe I thought that I'm sure that I will be working one company until the life stage, until the end of retirement. But gradually the way of thinking is different. It's changing among the younger generation. So that will the engine of the changing for Japanese society. Yeah, it's my opinion.
You've already seen a shift
Yeah.
in your even in your own mindset.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody, Jenna?
I also agree with the shift. Yeah. So, but after I graduated from the university, I still work for Nippon Life for more than 30 years. So sometimes I think maybe I should shift to other companies to see some other industry, to see some other culture. So, but on the other way, I can keep my career in my company, but the company are changing because we have a lot of we have hired a lot of other companies' employee from last year. So even I don't change, but my job environment is changing. So I should I believe that it's a good trend that the multiple different culture in the same company and the other employees from other companies can get great great ideas to my own company. So I think which I should do is change my mind. So the people who always work in this company can be easily be to become executive when HR think about the promotion. But I think it's not right. We can be fair, not only the people who joined the company from graduate or the others. So I think the people from the company side also should change mind about shift trend. Yeah, it's a good thing. And also alumni I think in the US we have alumni system, right? The
Okay.
people can get back to the company when he changed the job. I think it's also important system to Japan to do the same alumni system, because the people who joined the company from graduation, and then they get a good culture from the company, and then they get out of the company and then gathering other cultures, and or they back to the company and get a great improvement to the company. I think this is a very good ecosystem for Japanese company. So yeah, it's my opinion.
That's a really interesting point. And I did that. I was here at Stanford for 9 years, and then I left and I am back. So we call it boomerang, because you throw it out and then it comes back. Ms. Furuta, do you have any comments?
So, yeah, I also don't know other industries. Yeah, how women can find their opportunity and challenging. Yeah, so especially manufacturer industry, yeah, it's hard to find where, yeah, we can find. So when I had a workshop with my Japanese members, so they asked, how can I join JWeaver? Yeah, or like that. So they don't know at all. Yeah. So here we can have great bunch of opportunities. Yeah, networking. Yeah, of course we need to choice which is the best, better for me. Yeah, kind of that. But in Japan, we cannot find that kind of source. Yeah, so I don't know how now, but I want to see that kind of opportunity, how to find easily. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions from the audience? Okay, thank you.
I'd like to applaud your courage, all three of you. It's really wonderful to hear. I'm curious, I've been doing business with Japanese companies for at least 30 years. In the early times when I would go to visit my counterpart at Sony on a big project, he used to say he liked when I came to visit because we'd go have dinner after work and then I'd go back to my hotel, and he said he would get to see his kids. And I just wondered about the social capital that you have to build to succeed, and how, if the drinking culture has changed or the expectation of the after work involvement has changed over the years. Just because I see a little bit of change, but I'm not sure how widespread it is.
Great question. Oh, we need to turn it on. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, I believe some change in Japanese companies at this moment, because as I mentioned, that women has a chance to do more succeed in their career, but on the other hand, why women can get a good chance, because the men helps them to do the child care and helps them help women to do some home so yeah, the things from to take care of the whole family, right? So this is it caused that the men or include my colleagues, they always maybe 10 years ago, they always go to drink every day. And yeah, just cannot meet with their children 1 week totally. But at this moment, they always go back to home and help their wife to do some families things. I think it's changing. But when I moved to the US, it's really always the US companies team members go back to home directly after the work. But it's still a little different between the US and Japan, because in Japan, sometimes people need to do some team building. So I think maybe for once 1 month, they will have 1 or 2 chance to go to drink with the team members. And yes, less than 10 years ago, I believe. Yeah. So how about other?
Yeah, it's very interesting topic, and yeah, I think it's still in Japan society, social networking after work is very important to decide the important thing. So I think many women who is raising their children, they miss the chance to join that important meeting. So yeah, so I want Japan to change that. There are a lot more women go to the management position in order to change that culture. It's not bad, but if so, the many women can't join that important meeting. So yeah, it's my hope.
I think also, even though manufacturing industry, it's changing the situation. So the member can choose, if they want to go, it's okay, but they can, ignore, I believe. But on the other hand, like kind of executive manager range generation, still have such kind of a typical behavior. So sometimes it's hard to say. Yeah, but I believe that is changing. Yeah, certainly. So situation is improving now.
That's a great question. Oh, okay. So we are almost at time. So let's take one last question from the audience.
Thank you so much for the panel. So I'm a startup founder and my primary market is Japan. So I'm trying to do business with Japanese companies. And next month I'll be visiting Japan and meeting those customers. So I'm preparing with like printing my business cards in Japanese and preparing that. Okay, after that I have to take them out for sake and things like that. But just as a I want to say like young woman founder, like I know it's perceived differently. Do you have any advice or of how do I approach customers there or just getting into the market and any advice in general?
Love it. Thank you and welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So I think in Japanese business, long-term relationship and partnership are very important. So it can be hard to secure the first deal, but once trust is built, I think it often leads to a long-term partnership. So I believe as a women in the environment, I found that paying attention to the details and having good communication, I think will help you. So these skills are important for building trust and a strong relationship, which the key to success in the Japanese business. So I'm also a foreigner to the Japanese, but I think I respect the culture, for example, the sake and also the some culture in Japan, and also give them the opinion which you think, how do you think about the market, maybe will help you to do the new business in Japan. I think this a lot of chance there for women to create a new business because as I mentioned, there are many market needs and market solution that the who live in Japan or who work in Japan cannot notice at that area. So maybe you can share your experience in the US and get the get their trust. Maybe you can help you to do a good business there. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Yeah, it's my personal recommendation is I recommend you to learn Japanese. I have communicating with in order to communicate to the management of Japanese large companies. Yeah, it's my recommendation because I have communicated with many startups in the Silicon Valley, and some of them want to expand Japan market, and they not only do the business, but also they make the effort to learn the Japanese culture. So it's my personal recommendation, but not deeply, it's not be, you don't need to be interpreter, you can hire the interpreter as professional, but the start, to open the door, Japan market. Yeah, it's my recommendation. Yeah.
Great suggestion.
Yeah, I totally agree with your opinion. So long-term relationship is key. Yeah, it's hard to have from fast timing. Yeah, but I believe building mutual trust is also important. So for keeping the open communication, yeah, that might be good. Yeah, I believe if you want to prepare the sake, it would be great sake. Yeah, great gift. Yeah, but without that, I believe you can have a great communication. Yeah.
I always love ending on, what's your advice for founders, other women in business. And so I thank you so much for all of your advice and your perspectives. Please join me in giving our panelists a hand. I want to thank everyone for joining us. That does conclude our panel, but I'm sure that our panelists will be able to stick around a little bit afterwards in case you would like to come meet them. Thank you. Have a great night.